Sikhidhvaja knows that he's pure consciousness, but he's unable to get rid of his own ego sense. The problem with this is that this prevents him from remaining in the realization of pure consciousness. He's getting caught up in his egoistic notions. And Kumbha has asked him whether this ignorance, this ego sense, is real or unreal. But this isn't the issue for him. He wants to know how to get rid of it. And she's saying, well, if it didn't arise from a real cause, then surely it's not real. And she wants him to look into the cause of the seed of ego sense. Sikhidhvaja replied, O sage, I see that experience is the cause of ego sense. But tell me how to get rid of it. He just wants to get rid of this ego sense. He wants to get rid of everything which takes him away from the realization of pure awareness. But Kumbha keeps persisting, keeps pointing him back. She keeps directing his attention to it. Kumbha asked again, you are able to find the causes of effects. Tell me then the cause of such experience. I shall then tell you how to get rid of the cause. When consciousness is both the experiencing and the experience, and when there was no cause for the experience as the object to arise, how did the effect, experience, arise? Let's untangle this. Or maybe it's obvious to you. And consciousness is both the experiencing and the experience. There's only experiencing going on. There's stuff going on. There are things happening. If we want to communicate this, if we want to think about this, then we talk about experience. I'm having this experience. There has to be somebody having an experience. You're having an experience. So this is experience as an object, as something that you have. I have this experience of taste. I'm having this experience of a light shining on me. So what was the cause for this experience? Sikhidhvaja said that experience is the cause of ego sense. But what actually is this experience? What caused us to create notions of experience as opposed to awareness of the experiencing? Sikhidhvaja replied, surely on account of the objective reality, such as the body, I am unable to see how much objective reality is seen as false. And this is quite a modern point of view. We assume we've got a body. It seems quite scientific actually. We've got a body. The body gives rise to experiences. This is how it works, isn't it? Kumbha said, if experience rests on the reality of objects like the body, then if the body etc. are proved to be unreal, on what will experience rest? And it's possible people might be getting lost at this point. Surely we're not denying the existence of the body. But that's exactly what we're doing. When the cause is absent or unreal, the effect is non-existent, and the experience of such an effect is delusion. What then is the cause of objects like the body? So we've got this notion of an object of the body. What's the cause of it? Sikhidhvaja asked. The second moon is surely not unreal, because it has a cause which is eye disease. So he's saying that when you have double vision, then perhaps the extra moon that you see is not unreal, because there's a cause for it, which is a disease. The barren woman's son is never seen, and that is unreal, because that's an inherent contradiction. So a barren woman cannot have a son. Why? Is not the father the cause for the existence of the body? So what's the cause of the body? It's the father. That's straightforward. Kumbha replied, but then that father is unreal. that which is born of unreality is unreal too. If one says that the first creator is the original cause of all subsequent bodies, in fact that is not true. The creator himself is non-different from the reality. Hence his appearance as other than the reality, this creation, etc., is delusion. The realization of this truth enables one to get rid of the ignorance and ego sense. I'm not quite sure Kumba's getting it across here. Why is the Father unreal? The only way this can be understood is to come back to the moment. We have a notion of a body. If I say to you, what's your understanding of the body? Then you'll have all sorts of ideas about it, all sorts of ideas about the shape, its age, its relative attractiveness, any apparent defects and so on. But what's your immediate experience of the body? Is it something of a certain height? It's got certain appendages and so on. But again, this is just your idea of the body. If I say to you, the body is notional, then you could say to me, well, what are you looking at right now? What am I looking at right now? You'll say you can see my body. But what can you see? You can see my head, you can see my shoulders. Well, it's not even that, you're seeing pixels on a screen. From my point of view, from where I am now, I have no back, I have a very short torso, I have one foot missing, and I couldn't tell you how long my legs are. They don't seem to be longer than a couple of feet. And this is changing all the time. And it's from the changing experiencing that I abstract the notion of a body. It's not even something which belongs to me. There are various sensations which I say belong to the body, but the body is an abstraction. Like any object, everything is changing all the time, and from all that changing, we abstract a notion about something and say this is what it is. You can have an idea about what a dog is, but every dog is different. But we've got this abstract template which we can measure against whether a particular phenomenon could be called a dog or not. But the dog itself is an abstraction. What we understand by dog is notional. And this is what it means. Father is unreal. I mean, where's my father now? Is my father causing my body? Is my father causing the notion of my body? My father has nothing to do with it. My father only exists in the conventional reality, and according to that story, my father was instrumental in giving rise to my body. But he's got nothing to do with what is going on right now. My father's dead, so how could he be having anything to do with my body? That's notional. This is what's meant by unreal. That father is notional. That which is born of notions is notions too. I think if we understand unreality in terms of notions, it makes much more sense.